Monday. Welcome back to Mondays that don't have an extra fancy name yet. So we still haven't given this a new name. We've decided that Friday Live is now Fancy Friday Live. But what's More Monday? Is it still just More Monday? I don't know. Anyway, hi. Welcome to a new week. Let's do some crafty stuff today. I'm very excited about a color combination. I'm very excited that I have a set of photos for you to choose from. You get options today. So here we go. Let's have a look at what we got. So first things first, stuff that's finished. So if you watched Friday and you probably were really frustrated with me with the title, because I was frustrated with me with the title, it's all done now. And I think I just needed a moment to stop touching the stickers and come back to the stickers and go, oh, well, yes, obviously. And this was the obviously. So I kept trying to make this work so that the magical ran along here and Minnie ran along there, and that was not working. And so the title was a big old mess by the time we left on Friday, but shortly thereafter, it was fine. Journaling all down here. Added another one of these, like I was saying, and then also put in some of these puffy stickers from the kit, the 31 puffy stickers. And yeah, I'm happy with that now. So yay! Yeah, sometimes you just gotta step away and then come back and it'll be all clear. Who knew? Yeah, happens to me too. Right, so then 2 cards. And these are both reels on my Instagram. So I did a little experiment, and it's funny. So we've got this one, which I did a little just short how-to video. So you see the how-to of each of these in 30 seconds. So it's not a big time investment, and there's no talking. There's just, here it comes together, because it's all pretty self-explanatory. And then in the description box, I list the comments? No, I list the supplies so that if you're wondering how any of these are made, then do that. So I did a little experiment on how I posted it. So this one is in my Instagram grid with a set of 3, because when I do my grids now, I used to do sets of 2, and now I'm doing sets of 3. I know, I need help sometimes. Anyway, so there's the photo, and then there's a scrapbook page, and then there's a reel. And for this particular row, I did this one. And then I did this just as a reel that's not shown on my feed. So to get to it, you have to click the little button for reels at the top of my Instagram. So here's the difference. They got seen by a similar number of people. Cool. This one got hardly anybody clicking the like button. This one got lots of people hitting the like button. So I don't know what... I'm going to do more experimenting, but I thought you could be in on the joke with me because I found it really funny. I was like, oh, lots of people are watching it. Does that mean nobody likes the card? Or does that mean that it's been shown only in that Reels feed where people just tend to let them go by and you don't ever double tap to like? So there you go. Okay. So, ding, 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 ding. Yeah. So those were both... Reels on my Instagram, instagram.com/Jamel. And I wanted to show this to you also because this is that color scheme that I was talking about on Friday, and I'm going to start with it today because I love it. This was a slightly different one to bring it in to Winnie the Pooh colors. So this one has more yellow. It's still this month's color, Carved Pumpkin. Color of the month. Okay, but for this one, the leaves at the top are Wild Honey, and the red at the bottom is Crackling Campfire. I like that set too. Very autumnal. Like it. Okay, but I just swapped this one for here. And it's this combination. Spun Sugar, Carved Pumpkin, which I was talking about lots on Friday because look, that's what this is. That's what this color scheme is. With the pink Halloween collection, but with some orange in there as well. So it's Spun Sugar and Carved Pumpkin. But then I added the Crackling Campfire and I love it. Love it! So there we go. I'm going to start and do just a normal blend of these because I haven't done that yet. I just did the stenciling. All right. Okay. Now, calm down, Shema. Oh, I'm going to show you the photos that you can choose from today, and then I'll do my advertising speech so that you can vote while I do that. Oh, Lindsay didn't see the poo card. Well, it's on my feed. You can find it. Promise. It's not hiding. Okay, photo options today. So the Phantom Manor Mickey photos that I showed you last time, I'm going to do Friday, this Friday, and I'm going to scrap them with a cut file from scrapbook.com, which I have linked in the description today. It's like a little bundle of Halloween type things, and it includes a little haunted house type outline. But it has other stuff too, but I've included an affiliate link to it today if you want to check that out. Oh, Susan, it's too late for you. Go to bed and come back on the replay. Okay, so these are the options today. 3 options. 2 of them are single photos. So I've got this one of WB at the Ivy. Sitting on the moon. And oh my goodness, so much hair. And I've got this one of me and the up house made of flowers. Or I've got 2 3x4s from a day during the summer when we did a brewery tour. And because it was a brewery tour, I made the Adhesive Avenger wear a Gaston t-shirt, and I Disney bounded as LeFou. Yes, because I don't actually like beer, so I had to find a way to make a brewery tour fun for me. And the answer was, dress like LeFou. It'll be fine. Okay, so those are the 3 options for what I could scrapbook today with the October kit. You go ahead in the comments and let me know which one you would like. And while you do that, and it doesn't mean, if I don't pick one of these today, it doesn't mean it's never going to be done. We can do them all on different days. Okay, so let's say hi. Hi, my name's Shamel. I teach online scrapbooking classes, design scrapbooking products, and help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job. And that means anytime I scrapbook on the internet, it's considered legally to be advertising. I thank you so much for coming to watch my hashtag advertising. And yeah, if you ever have any questions about how any of it works, please let me know. If you have any questions about the Best of Both Worlds kit, if you look in the description box, if you keep going, there's just a whole big kind of couple paragraphs to explain the whole concept. It's not a kit you subscribe to, and it's something you can follow along either by shopping or with your stash at home or by going to your local store. All the things are good. Everybody's welcome. All those things. But you will find in the description 2 links, one that goes to everything I use in this month's kit and one that goes to next month's kit, which is currently live, so you can do all those things. Plus, if you do Journal Your Christmas and you want to know what I'm using for Journal Your Christmas or what I would suggest from this year's Christmas projects for anybody who wants to follow along, you can find that right now at shamel.com. Thank you! Let's see what we got. Let's see what people wanted. Oh my goodness, so many comments. Okay. Oh. Brewery tour. So basically, we think this is the best photo, but you want to see this one scrapped because he's never in the pictures. It's fair play. It's fair play. Okay, let's figure out how we scrap a brewery tour. It'll be with no beer steins or anything. And we'll come back to this because, yay. And that too. I'm excited. This was cool and has a funny story because I had to put my camera underneath a car to take the picture. Like a parked car. It gave me much joy. Right, I'll put these away. We'll have a look at this. First, I'm going to do that color blend, which I'm not going to end up using with these, but I want to show it to you because I'm excited about it. All right. And so let's have a card blank. And I'll just blend this background and then figure out later what we can add to it. All right, so I need 3 boopers. I need carved pumpkin, crackling campfire, and spun sugar. What's that one? Hold on. That is not crackling campfire. That looks like crackling campfire. I need to finish my frame so I tidy things up. This is candied apple. Okay. There we go. All right, so let's have a look at this color. So we start with spun sugar. These are all oxides. And I'm using, I can show you the card blanks I'm using. So these are from scrapbook.com. They're made from Nina Solar White cardstock, which is just gorgeous for blending and stamping. It's super smooth and it just works well with basically every ink on the market. It's just really, really nice cardstock. And you can get card blanks from it in a few different sizes at scrapbook.com. And you can get it just as card fronts or as the cards themselves, plus envelopes. So this is the ultra thick slimline cards and envelopes, and it comes in a pack of 10. Okay, so if you haven't seen me do this before, stage 1 looks atrocious, okay? Because you're gonna, I don't need to put these, I can just open them, it's fine. Okay, so it's going to look atrocious because it's gonna look blocky. It's not going to look blended at first, and so sometimes you kind of want to panic and be like, but I thought I was blending, and it doesn't look blended, so I must have done something wrong. No, you just haven't done enough yet. Guess what you have to do? More. You have to do more. That's all. Okay, so first step, you want to get a layer of color down, and it's going to be really blocky, and that's okay, because we're going to do more. But I want you to see these colors together because they make me very happy. Okay. Trying to get this in a good spot on the screen for you. So we've had, all 3 of these have been color of the month because we've had Crackling Campfire about a year ago when it first came out. And we had spun sugar in the spring and carved pumpkin this month. And Claire points out the very obvious, where's peach when you need it? Seriously, peach would look gorgeous in between these two, right? Just, keep on. I carry on. Campaign for peach. There's a new Tim Holtz color coming this month. I would love for Tim to give me the birthday present of peach. And it would be completely relevant. Not just to me, because there are lots of autumn collections that used a lighter peachy orange this year. Orangey peach, peachy orange. So, I would be here for it. But equally, nobody's, rung me up on the phone and said, excuse me, we just wanted to give you a little inside track that the color is going to be peach. So, I have to just sit and hope. Okay, so it was blocky. Now we start blending. So you're going to go back over these joins, the places where the colors meet. And lots of ink with oxide blending. You probably need more ink than you think. Just keep inking. Back to pink. See? Softer already. No. Shamal, don't do that. You see what I did? I got carved pumpkin on my fingers and then I touched the card. It's a rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. Let's see if I blend it out. No. Too much orange on there. I've made a mess. But I'm going to sort it out. Okay, let's squish off some of that orange. And let's load up with more pink. We'll make it work. I'm basically making peach, but I can't believe I did that. It's a little bit like the other day when I tried to show you if the ink was dry and I did it on a layout. sometimes my brain doesn't know that, you know, these things are not a good thing to try live. But I like to think that's part of why you watch. Like, what mayhem may happen in live scrapbooking. I mean, as different things go, it's kind of a low risk activity. What's the worst that can happen? Yeah. Okay. But more layers, and the blends just get softer and prettier the more you go. It just needs a little brush. In fact, have I got a clean brush that I could brush with? I don't know that I do. My brushes might be inky. Oh yes, they very well maybe. Okay, I can do it with this one. That's better. Okay. Right. So, yes, gorgeous for sunset. Gorgeous for Halloween, kind of like an alternative Halloween color scheme. I'm just really loving the spun sugar carved pumpkin combination, and I think the crackling campfire just gives you that darker option. So please go on and make things with that color scheme. Yes. Okay. And you can see this is like the oxidized, it's been out for a few days version as well. And I'll come back and show you this when it's all dried and oxidized on Friday too. Because hopefully I'll, put stuff on it. Or you know what I can do? Right now I can put it next to the sea monkeys and see if they make it into a finished card for me. Because that would be nice, monkeys. You could earn your keep on my desk. Do you want to do that? Thanks. We'll see what happens. I don't think the sea monkeys are going to make a card, but I would love it. I want to see what you make, monkeys. Okay. Let's scrapbook now, shall we? For well and truly lose it. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. All of the things in the right place. And then I won't need this right now. Okay. Well, let's make that. Let's have these photos. Let's hope that I don't get ink all over everything. And the kit. Here's the finished page. I can leave that over there. What paper to use today? Well, let's get our stack of kit goodness out here and make a start underneath the Halloween elements now. And I don't need Halloween elements for this one. And I remembered to bring up my little notepad so that I can do a sketch. Oh! Orangina's getting an echo. Oh, but not everybody is. Okay, so sounds like might be a bandwidthy thing, and you could go out and come back in again. See if that improves it. Okay. Just double check I don't have 2 sound inputs or anything. Oh, I do. Hey, Orangina, did I fix the echo for you? Is it gone now? I clicked a button. I clicked a button, and hopefully the sound is better now. Yay! Alright, so let's figure out what happened here. Or, not what happened. I figured out what happened. I fixed that. I pushed the button. We're all good there. Okay, everyone has confirmed. Okay, so this wasn't actually in autumn, so I probably shouldn't use that paper, huh? Teacups are not very brewery. Okay, could do this kind of combination though. Bit more neutral. Now for both of these characters have that brick red, so I need to bring that in, which is not in this kit. Of course it's not. Of course I bring you photos to choose from that don't actually match what I got on my desk, but it's okay. Right. Do I want one of these colors in there? Maybe the yellow. Because the yellow flowers here. Yep. Okay. Let's see. If you're finding me a bit quiet, let me just see if I can have the microphone just a little closer to me, and that might just fix it because everybody seems to be saying it's quieter, but not super quiet. Okay. Yes. This seems relevant for haystacks. We agree. Okay. And what is... Okay, so I've got brown wood grain here, but that's like a lot of brown. That's too much brown for me. Dark blue flowers are a suggestion from some. Okay. And I want to come over here to look at the yellow. So the yellow's from that Doodlebug pack. But if you weren't getting this, I suggested this as a, like, if you needed the stash builder of a pack of backgrounds like this. So anytime I use it, that means if you don't have that pack, you could just look for similar items in your stash. Now, this is a much brighter yellow, but I have faith that it could work. I do like it with that blue floral, actually. That's really pretty. So maybe I only use small amounts of this. Let's start there. Okay. And let's do a sketch before I get any further. I've got my notepad. And somewhere in here, I've got my Sharpie. Did I put the Sharpie away? Yeah. Claire says, how do you deal with photos on the same layout that have a vast color difference? I usually change them to black and white, so this will be interesting to watch. I almost never change them to black and white. But see, this to me doesn't feel like a huge color difference. They're both taken obviously on the same sunny, well, I mean, not obviously the same day, but I know they're the same day. But they're both taken in really sunny weather, so it feels... They're both outdoors. They're both in the sunshine. To me, that's enough of a connection. Also, you can use your editing to bring them a little bit more in line if, like, maybe one of them has a cast of color. Like, if one of them is under really warm lighting and one of them is not, you'll get two photos that look very different because of the light source. But you can correct that with white balance. And, well... correct, quote unquote. You can change that in editing to make them feel a little bit more in line. Okay, right. What are we gonna do? So I am feeling like I want them the other way around, but I am feeling like top left corner is where these are gonna go. So let's just start with that. My as ever 2-scale quality sketching skills here. Not that bad. Okay, so we're going to start there. Elements that I've got in this kit. Well, I've got all these squares. Yes, here. Are there enough of these that I could make, like, the squares be a thing? I think so. I think there's enough of them that could be relevant. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do... classic 1/3, 2/3 background. Yeah. I think 2/3 yellow, 1/3 blue. Blue flowers. And yellow. This is wood grain. It was a terrible drawing of wood grain. There we go. I've improved it a little bit. Okay. Could have just written wood grain in the time it took that, but that's okay. All right, so then a mat around these, probably several mats around these. Like in a little paper stack. Okay, so I have a stack around here. Yeah? Then we're going to take those square pieces and they're going to come out from here. So guess what we need to do with that? Pop it up. That's going to get popped. This whole side of the layout's going to get popped. So then there's this dimension for all of these things to come out from underneath. Then I don't want lettering and I don't want journaling on top of this floral pattern. So I want all of that over here. So my journaling is going to come down here with the title on top. Now, I'm going to tell you straight away, if that just made you break out in hives because I've just suggested journaling straight onto the background, because it's something I am quite happy to do, but I know it's not everybody's thing. It's okay. I have a plan for you. Take a journaling card. Where's the pencil? Instead of writing on here, you write on a journaling card, and you're going to tuck it underneath here so it comes out from all of these. Okay. There we go. Oh, and I could put in the confetti. So confetti is going to start up here. It's going to continue down here. And it's going to finish down here. Right. Are you ready for today's all-important screen cap the rubbish sketch? There you go! Pencil line is if you want to journal on a card instead of on the background. This means blue floral. This means yellow wood grain. Right, let's go. Claire says her left eye is going to twitch already. Oh, no. Right, she says it's saturation levels that make her more twitchy than color difference. But the levels in these photos look great. Okay, thank you. I'd still get twitchy with the different scenes, one being grass and the other being hay. Wow, the brewery was in a farmer's field. So to me, it helps tell the story. You can see one of the buildings where they do the actual brewing. And then you can also see kind of the surroundings. Yeah. It wasn't a particularly I tried to get a photo that would make the brewery itself look photogenic. And despite the fact that it was made of all these old and cool architectural buildings, it really wasn't photogenic. Or it wasn't to me anyway. Okay, I'm going to cut this with scissors, but I'm going to cheat. So look, this side has straight lines. Here we go. Now, I've put the wood grain horizontally because I'm going to write on it. Okay. Ha ha ha. Claire says, the title and the journaling will help it come together. Note to self, must journal more. Note to everyone, journaling is awesome. Seriously, to me, it's got to have journaling. If you're just doing it for crafty therapy, you just want to make something, then fine. If you have any intention of wanting to share the story, then it needs words. It just needs words. That's my opinion. Sometimes you gotta stick by your guts, and that's mine. So this is all going to be popped, so I'm using those big strips. I probably should have added some of these to my order. Whoops. Sophia says just because the paper has straight lines doesn't mean that she's going to cut straight lines. I have faith in you. Practice. It'll get there. Or cover up your trimmer with all the stuff you're going to use in the video so that, you don't have, you have to kind of jump in the deep end and just do it. That also works. Right. Now, Keeping in mind, oh, I didn't do a good job of measuring that at all. Keeping in mind that this is a whole massive big piece, you can't just leave that open. It will get crushed in the album. So just cut this into some pieces so that it's got some support. And I can mix in some normal squares. Hello, Georgia. Georgia has arrived. Yeah, so I can just add in some normal ones here too. Now, I'm going to do all that, and I'm not going to take the backs off yet. I say it out loud so that if I start to do it by just from habit, you can stop me. Because I want to be able, look at that, peach. I want to be able to get everything tucked underneath there so that I have this dimension down the side. Yeah. So let's, oh, Elaine says no, don't put foam on one edge. Why would you not put foam on one edge? I'm really curious now. You'd make it like popped at one side and flat in the middle so that your photos aren't over the popped up bit? Anyway. Oh, Katrina says, what brand are the big sticky strips? All my pop-ups, all my pop-ups, all my Pop-Yo's, my Pop-Dots of all shapes and sizes now are Scrapbook.com own brand. You can find the tiny ones at the bottom of the Best of Both Worlds shopping list, but you can then just find any of them in the store. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, I made a controversial statement and then I looked away for a minute. So hold on. Corinne says, I must have 25 pages to go in albums, but I hate my writing, so they're not finished. Darling! I'm going to talk to you. Hold on. Okay. Honesty moment for anybody who hates their handwriting, but specifically Corinne, because you just said this, and I feel like you've opened up to us about why you're obviously, you've got an emotional response to the fact that you've made the pages but you haven't written on them and they haven't gone in the albums because you're not declaring them finished yet. Number one, if you want to get the story told and you're really upset about the handwriting thing and you don't feel like you can get over that in the short term, type it up, print it out, go on with life. However, for your longer term feeling about it, you've got two things to do. One is to accept that your handwriting is part of you and everybody who loves you with all of your foibles. So whatever your handwriting looks like, it's important to them. And if you put yourself in that position, you will understand. Is there anybody in your life that you really love and you go, oh, but I hate their handwriting? I mean, that just, I'm not buying them a Christmas present because their handwriting's rubbish. No one thinks like that. Okay? We only think about it about ourselves because we judge ourselves harder than we judge anybody else. And we know that no matter what the handwriting looks like and all the people we love the whole package. Yes? So no one is going to be upset about your handwriting. They're going to think that one day they very well may think that it's precious because we all have people that we only have a few little bits of handwriting and well, many of us have something where we have like one little bit of handwriting that we hold on to because it's so precious. Like the recipe that gets handed down from your great-great-grandmother and it's in her hand. And those sorts of things become really important. And never once do we look at it and go, oh, it's important because it's beautiful handwriting. That's not why it's important. Is important because it came from that person and it came from their hand. And so the same thing goes for you. You are as important as the people who wrote those things that we keep. Yeah? Two, if you want to make it better. That is an option. You are not set in whatever your handwriting looks like right now. I 100% tell you, you can change it if you want to change it. It takes effort. It takes time. It takes going, I'm going to write 1,000,000 A's. Not 1,000,000, but a lot. And that's what I did when I was unhappy with my handwriting. I went through a phase where my handwriting had gone because I had to write in a really kind of blocky kind of way for work when I was a teacher. And I found that I'd kind of lost my natural flow of writing because if I did write anything, in my normal script, then it would come back with a note saying, you know, like, blah, 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 blah. We don't know if the parents will be able to read this or whatever. Okay. So I was always doing this like very textbooky type printing, and it took a lot of effort, and it never felt like it was a natural extension of my arm. And so I'd kind of lost my natural flow. And so what I started doing was I'd pick a letter and I would just doodle that letter over and over and over again until I found a version of it that I really liked. And then I would doodle that specific one over and over and over again. And it would not be like me going, okay, now I'm going to work on my handwriting, set a timer, and for 30 minutes I'm going to work on my handwriting. It was something that I did while I was doing other stuff. So if you imagine the kind of people who doodle, it's that. So when I had to listen to something, I was doodling the letter A. If I had to sit on hold, I was doodling. Yeah? And it was all just one letter at a time. And so then I would add in additional letters, and then I'd go back every once in a while and go, okay, so say I've done, let's be Wheel of Fortune. I've done R, S, T, L, N, and E. So now I'll pick a new letter. So I pick the letter K, but then I'll also do so I do 20 Ks and an R, and I do 20 Ks and an N. So that I'm, revisiting the ones that I already feel confident about so that they don't get wobbly. And that there is my entire guide to improving your handwriting. All right. Peace out. Let's go back. Okay. So, and I've also got a million comments that I just didn't look at now. So, I am very, okay. I found the thing I was looking for. Elaine had said, don't put the foam, and I wondered why, but she was saying because you want to tuck under. Okay, no, I'm fine to have the foam, just don't take the backs off yet. We're good. Square paper. You're welcome for the writing pep talk. You can send people here, you can send yourself back. Right, let's figure out. So we've got, can have this one that says yay. I can have you make me happy. I can have today is a good day. Those all work. I want to grab that rainbow too. I can see it out of the corner of my eye. It's over there. Here it is. So I can have this one. Oh, I just realized. So I got all excited that I'm going to do the Phantom Manor photos on Friday. Friday is my birthday. So normally I would do my Right Now page that day. But maybe I'll do the Right Now on Monday because Fridays is first thing in the morning. So, so I wouldn't have taken my birthday selfie yet. I'm not that much of a morning person. I'm in no way in no part a morning person. So there we go. Okay, so yes, let's keep that same plan. I'll do Haunted House Friday, and then I'll do my Right Now birthday page on Monday. Cool. Elaine says, I didn't know what cursive was for years. Yeah, here you call it joined up. But we called it cursive growing up in the States. It's, yeah. Georgia said she played the game going, guess where I am in London with me on Instagram. She did. She would send me little photos on Instagram and say, guess where I am? And I had to identify them all. And I got them all right to my knowledge. Yeah. So, yay. Oh, we've got Corinne's come back. Yay. Oh, I don't want to make you cry, but I'm glad that you smiled. She says, my children always say you need to finish those layouts, but she's stubborn. Yeah. Go on and finish them. Go on. We'll cheer you on. Okay. I've got the rainbow. So that's 4. I reckon I need 5. Which one? Oh, maybe just this floral here. Let's try it. Okay. And give all of these brown edges. Debbie says she had to practice handwriting as a child after school every day. I know many of you have heard me tell the story that I had to stay in at recess to do handwriting in the 3rd grade. Because my teacher said I would never have legible handwriting. And she was really old school. I mean, maybe I always wonder, like, because I didn't feel like that was what helped me get better handwriting, but you never know. Sometimes it is. I don't know. Did it give me this energy to be like, I will have beautiful handwriting, no matter what you say, Miss 3rd grade teacher? I don't know that was my justification, my motivation in life. But I know that it did make me very sad at the time, so I don't think I could ever have done it if I were a 3rd grade teacher. But, you know. The thing that made me really frustrated is that when I say she was old school, what she would do is we had handwriting books, and she would turn the page over to the back and then feel your writing from the back. And if she could feel the writing like you were pushing too hard, you had to erase it and do it again. But see, the problem is all I would do is erase it and then write in the same dents that I'd made the first time. So, yeah. It just got worse and worse. Oh my goodness. Photographer is here on her honeymoon. What should we call you? Miss 388. We should say congratulations. Yes, we should. Very much congratulations. Okay. So let's have a little look-see here. Oh, I only need 4. Okay, then. Hold on. I thought I was going to need 5. That's going to be roughly like that. Can trim these. Dun dun dun. Karen says in Scotland they do call it cursive rather than joined up. I found it really funny to get used to it being called joined up because you also use the phrase here, joined up thinking. And you use that phrase more than I had ever heard it in the States. So my head kept trying to like connect the two. And I mean, obviously there is a way in which they are connected, but not as dramatically as I wanted it to be in my head. So, yeah. Yes, Corey was the weird, I don't think you're weird, but she says the weird kid that doodled and practiced letters in class while the teacher was teaching, and she did it for years. Yeah, so if you are a doodler while you're listening, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I know there are teachers who get really unnerved by it. But there is, it's the same thing when you are listening, like when children are listening to a story being read aloud, and some people automatically think if the kid is a little twitchy or they're kind of moving around, then they're not listening, and that's not the case. And if you think about it logically, we can all do things and listen to other stuff at this, I mean, I think most of us can, where we can be doing one thing, but if somebody starts talking in the room, we're also listening. Yeah? Oh, Stacy says, what is joined up thinking? Like, just, it's kind of one of those silly phrases like blue sky thinking and all of that. But joined up thinking, meaning don't just look at one thing and fix the one thing when it's part of a bigger picture. So use joined up thinking to go, like, look at the bigger picture. Basically, that's what it is. Yeah. So you can definitely be listening and still be doing something with your hands and taking it all in. And some people, it really helps focus them. So that, like, some people knit while they listen or crochet, some people doodle, and it's because they're little repetitive things. Like you're not doing a whole other task that takes your whole mind. You're doing something that you have muscle memory for. So be that doodling or knitting or maybe cross stitch, things like that. Something that keeps your hands busy, so that your brain actually in some ways can focus more. Now that is a personality type. Not everyone will find that they are more focused by doing something with their hands. But many people will. And I guarantee you, children who fidget are still listening. So just a child who's fidgeting, don't say something in front of them that you don't want them to know, because they're listening. And if you think about it that way, we will all agree, oh yes, they are listening. Because if I said something I didn't want them to hear, they will totally do it. Yeah. All right, so I'm looking at what paper I'm going to use to go around this now. And so I think this is where I'm going to pull in that paper. But I also want something a little bit more colorful. I was going to say this pink, but this, they do go together, but it's too different from what I'm imagining. So no to that. There's a shockingly small amount of pink in this kit. There is still pink, but it's less pink than you would expect. Oh, and I wanted to get some red in here to pick up on this. Okay, so that's where I'm going to grab something. Right. Although, how much of this do I have? Because I don't think this is going to work, but it does have the red. Oh, no, not the right red. No. Okay. Let's find something from the scraps that can work. Georgia, yeah, stress ball. Yeah, a stress ball just to keep something going while your brain is thinking. Yeah, same thing. Thank you. I wasn't thinking of non-crafty examples. My brain was stuck on crafts. What? You could never imagine that. All right, looking for some red. I just spotted this, but I don't think there's enough of it. Oh, I can see this top bit. Yeah, there's not enough of that to matte anything, but that's the color I want. Okay, hold on. I'm just looking through scraps from old kits to see if there's anything there. Oh, I could use this one. Hold on. No. Well, maybe. Okay, hold on. Just one last look, and then I'll cut into that one if that's the best one. Claire can vouch for George's brain that it is very distracted most of the time. Bless yourself. Oh. Right. So the red I'm going to use is actually, well, which one? This one or this one? This one. Okay. So this is actually from the Simple Stories papers that I'm using through my my album to break up the year, which, yes, I'm going to do a video on soon, but not today. And what I want to do here is pick out what bit I'm okay with cutting up, because I want to use quite a bit of this. So I'm using the B side here. And I want to use most of this in the February, but I'm okay with taking a little bit. So I'm going to take these two pieces down here. No, I haven't done my February month dividers. Is okay. All right. Now I can close this door. Yeah, so that's going to bring in the red, and I wanted more of this pale pink, and now I've got that. Cool. And then we'll add in a bit of this. Oh! This looks like booper heads. Georgia. Georgia has squirrel brain. Squirrel is what we use as a verb in this house. Does everyone use squirrel as a verb, or is it just some people? So if WB is trying to, his best squirreling time is when he's supposed to be going to bed. He will come up with a million ways to squirrel, meaning suddenly your attention goes to things that don't need your attention right that second. If you're meant to just be going to bed, you don't suddenly need to do all the other things. Yes. But, yes. So we say squirrel as a verb. Like, stop squirreling! You gotta go to bed. Jen used to get yelled at in class if she had a flip-top pen because she would click it while she read. Courtney agrees. Squirreling is a squirrel is a verb. Yes. Yeah, and we are agreeing that these look like booper heads. Booper heads! Yeah. Right. So the thing I used to get, and I haven't thought about this in years. Okay, so what I used to do in high school, listening to lectures, and at uni, to be fair, I wonder if I can still do it, so I'm going to try. This could go horribly wrong. See, things that I try on YouTube Live. Ready? Where's a good pen to try it with? Ah! Fail number 1. Let's see if I can do it. I used to do this constantly. Yes! So I would listen and do this, but with the pen open. Maybe I should do it with a pencil. But I haven't done it in ages. Ah! I can't do it with the pencil. No, I can't. Anyway, I need a win now. So I would do that while I listened. And if the professor or the teacher saw me, it was quite clearly aggravating. But there we go. Now, I need to remember where Pop Dotty things are here. These are going to go in like that. That booper head is starting to decay. I'm getting little bits falling off there. Pen spins. And Courtney says the booper head paper looks like ice cream scoops, so she must be hungry. Okay. I feel like that needs one more layer, and it needs this green. But do I have that green? That would make it easy. So of course no. Let's see what I got. I do have a green B-side here. What's this one? Is it that green? It is that green. Okay. Am I okay with using half of this later or 2/3 of this later? I think I am. Yeah. Let's do it. Because this does not have enough contrast for my liking. Just this little bit of green will make me happier. Corner, pink edges, and I think I might be ready to start sticking stuff. Claire says I've got skills. Not particularly useful skills, but you know. It was a big thing in high school debate to be able to flip your pen because it was intimidating. Like, why? What does it mean if you can flip your pen in regards to whether you can form an argument or speak in public? I don't know. But it was a thing. And that's how I learned, because I didn't know how to flip a pen my first year of debate. And one of the older debaters was like, you have to sort this out now. You can't go any further without learning how to flip a pen. And I threw a lot of pens across the library that night trying to learn. Okay. So this is going to be flat on that side. And let's get the photos on here so that I know what's happening. What's happening? I can't believe I did that. I'm gonna get a reputation now. Okay, so if I line this up. And just adhere it here. Then I can see this side needs pop dots so that I don't squish my photos, yeah? But I wouldn't want any on the part that's covered up here because then it would be double tall and again, there'd be a squish factor. So we're gonna go on this side and pop this side up. Pop it up with Puppios! Yeah. Can I skip stones across a pond? I'm not good at stone skipping. Adhesive Avenger, much better. Tried to teach WB. Maybe not there yet. Yeah. I've never tried bottle or beer mat flipping. I'm not even sure what that looks like. See, because clearly I spent my time in the library and not the pub. So now I'm missing these key skills I was supposed to learn at university. Yes, I'm guessing. Okay. Now, do we have stamps or stencil? We have stamps. Okay. But they're autumny. They're autumnal, Shamel. Use your vocabulary. Terrible. So, yeah. No. Because what I'm thinking is that this needs some inkiness along here. And also, what's in here? I mean, I know what's in here, but oh, hey, there's more green. So I can bring that in. This is the Bungalow Lane die cut pack that I opened on Friday. Watching out for the squish factor. Yes. Oh, liking that. Yes, thank you. Red? Yes? Lane says, use the words you learned in the library. Exactly. Oh, now I feel like because I have no beer stein die cuts, I could just put books on them and it would make sense to you and me. All right. Okay, I think these three, plus maybe something from here, and also something that I can stamp in brown. What kind of stamp goes with hay bales in a brewery? Pam says, I think, oh, this is so autumnal, and she's American. It's my fault. Yay! Well, at least I'm giving other people a vocabulary and even if I'm not using it myself. Right. Let's find some stamps or a stencil that would work. Oh, could use just a stencil from a different month's kit. Would that be easiest? What do you think? Oh, or something like this. This is not, that would be nice actually. Okay. Sophia said the only extracurricular skill she learned at uni was how to eat insanely hot curry and how to form a coherent thesis on no sleep. I hear you on that. All right. This one, like coming out from there, what do you think? Yes? Stacy says, question on a different subject. Are you doing Ornamentally Yours this year? I am doing Ornamentally Yours, which is a Facebook thingy hosted by Lindsay Alstrom. And I haven't figured out what I'm going to do for it yet. But yeah, I need to sort that out. So yes. So it's a free Facebook Live event where a bunch of different creative people show you how to make different Christmas ornaments and decorations. Okay, so I'm going to pencil in where I want these to be. So, like these corners. Okay, then the trick is that I have to try not to unbundle them too much. So I'm going to assemble them over here and hope that I can remember what I had. Now, I was thinking I'll do this on the Misty in case I make any stamping mistakes. Yeah? Right. I haven't pulled this out for a while. Here we go. Let's see. It's okay, Maleficent. It's just big enough. So put the page in here. Hold it down with magnets. Yeah. Take the stamp, put the stamp where you want it to go. So I can see my pencil lines here. Oh, am I not on screen here? Let's see. That's better. Okay. I can see my pencil lines so that I can arrange I can arrange the stamp where I want it to be. So what I don't want, so say I have this line that comes out with a corner here. I don't want that so that I end up with this empty triangle and you see the straight line that this makes. No. I want everything to come from the background. So really right here, I'm just stamping this little area and that's all going to be covered up, I think. That is okay. Right. So the reason this is handy, Karen says she doesn't know about this gadget. So this one's called the Misty, M-I-S-T-I, by a stamp company called My Sweet Petunia. And they make it in different sizes. This is the giant one. And they do sell it on scrapbook.com. But other brands have kind of their versions of it. And the idea is that now, once my paper is really held in place, I've actually ordered more magnets because I feel like 3 on the 12 by 12 is not quite enough. And so then you can ink and stamp and bring it back. And if you like had a gap where it wasn't perfect, you can put it back down and it's going to be in exactly the same place. Or if you wanted to mass produce cards and you want everything stamped in the same place, you just keep putting that in. Or you can move this if you wanted a design that went around in a wreath. So there are lots of ways that it can be a very clever and useful thing. Now, I want to ink in brown. Do I want to do oxide-y type brown or some distress ink brown? I have go on. I don't tend to reach for my brown oxides, which is why I haven't added more. I just have a couple. But I have walnut stain here, and I'm going to go ahead and use that. So essentially the door is your big acrylic block, this thing. Yeah. And I can double check, can see where it's going to go. And then I use this like an acrylic block, right? And then I can pick it up. I'm going to bring that magnet in closer. Now see, I've got a bit there that did not stamp clearly. So I can come back, re-ink. And I should yeah, so now I've got a perfect stamped version. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that AJ? Yeah, AJ. I'm sorry. AJ doesn't like this particular version of this company, and so she likes the Tim Holtz one. I don't have the Tim Holtz one. This is the only one I have. So there we go. Right, and Courtney's had Pippin songs stuck in her head since last week, thanks to me, but now has Hamilton in her head, thanks to Sarah. Did I miss? Oh. I was going to say, did I miss a Hamilton reference? And I did, Sarah said. What did I miss? Yes, okay. So now I can just move this. Now, I do need to be careful now because it's inky, so if I wanted to start again, I should probably clean it up. But so I want it to be about here now. So what I can do is pop it on there and hold it really close and see if that's where I want it. And just a tiny bit out from there. I feel like proper grown-up stampers would just clean it and start again, but have I ever done proper grown-up stamping? No. I refuse to grow up. You know, you'd think that, like, I had a paper line named after that philosophy or something. Right, down it goes. Georgia has the stamp press from We Are Memory Keepers and likes that one. Yes. That one was stamped fine. Now I want to go up to the top. Now, actually, this one I think I'm going to do on a block because I want to go off the edge. That is the limitation here, that I can't go off the edge. Yeah. But I want one here. No, I don't. Okay, so I'm just going to do one with a block, and I'm going to do that off the edge. Okay, I'm good. Block was here. Okay. Same ink. My line is there. I'm gonna go there. Phew. Okay. All good. All good. Now let's build it up. Just needed edges done. This. Autumn says you can move the paper. Yeah, of course you can move the paper, but if I want to go to the edge of the paper, I'm on a 12 by 12 space, and I want my stamp to go off the edge. It has a frame. It's not flat. So my stamp is going to hit the frame and not give me a good impression right to the edge. Does that make sense? That is different on different versions. So it's okay. Laura says, use the sheet of acetate from the back of your stamp package. Laura's clever. She's one of those grown-up stampers, I can tell. So she says use the clear acetate. When I was trying to kind of get the positioning right, I could have just used the acetate to put it over the ink rather than clean up my stamps. Clever. All right, let's start. So I've got my pencil lines. Yes, totally something to consider when purchasing. And I haven't looked at other models. I received this one as a gift, but many, many years ago. Yeah. So, right. So the frame is going to go over. Oh. Yeah, it's going to go that order. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. But with, like, there's one that's really tiny for making cards, but if you want to stamp off the edge of your card, you'd probably want one that's a little bigger than the size cards you make. So that's why I haven't ever had any regret about the giant one, because if I want to work on smaller things, it's not a problem. Yeah. Okay, and then, whoa! Whoa! It flew! Oh! Hold on. How can I make both of those be legible? I think that's the way. Like that. Laura knows all the Misty tricks because she doesn't stamp without it. Laura says she can stick the paper out the side of the Misty without damaging it. Now, this is such an old one that I do wonder if there have been changes made, because I've got a definite, I can't stick the paper out of that. But I could raise it up. I would just need another layer of foam or something underneath there to make that level. Because I've got a big gap there. Like, really big. So if I stamped down into it, I would crease the paper. But this was super early on when it was first launched. So I have a feeling that may have been, I may have like a little prototype version that's not the same. Oh, sorry, Georgia's got a question. What is it that you want the name of, Georgia? I'm not sure. Okay. Yes, Laura says, the big Misty needs to have about 14 by 27 inches if you want to lay it flat. Hence why I've got the door like open, just resting on other stuff. Yep. Okay. Oh, Laura says that gap doesn't crease your paper. I'll do some experimenting on scrap paper then and report back, because I definitely feel like I've never done it with a layout because it would put a big crease in the layout. I'll have a look. Oh, the name of the Misty? The Misty. So it's the company that makes it is called My Sweet Petunia. Corey says she's frozen. Corey, I think that's just a little blip on your end. Oh, yeah. And Orangina points out the giant one is called the Memory Misty. Yeah. Okay, so that's all my bits here. And I now need this. Have I put everything in a good spot? Oh. Okay, so I need a little bit of adjusting here. It's all right, though. It's not bad. Okay, let's do these one at a time instead. Remember that other one that I didn't use? And I thought I was going to need 5. Turns out I did need 5. You should trust me. I should trust myself. Okay, so that one's going to go under here. Because I just don't want that there. I want something else behind it. So there's going to be layers over the top. And this apple. Straighten the apple up a little bit and take that one that direction, I think. Okay. Okay, we got lots of discussions now about Christmas collections in the chat. Yes, gorgeous Christmas collections this year. So I've kind of zoned in on 5 of them. And I can't tell you how many times I rewrote that post because first it was like 3 of them. And then it was 4 of them. And they added another one when I was delayed. And I'm like, 5 of them? So, yeah. And Pam said she got frustrated because everyone bought out the Altenew enamel dots in every color except black and white. Those Altenew enamel dots, they got to just start ordering way more because we all need a rainbow and I'm running out as well and I don't have every color and they're so good. We all just need a zillion. We each have a rainbow of those. It's all for the best. Yes, and you get so many for the price. You're right. It's the best deal in enamel dots. So good. And I love the size. So Claire says she loves Holiday Magic by Pink Fresh. That's the one that I added at the last minute because it came into the store. So that was exciting. It's like, oh, well, I'm behind. But the good news is I can add more. Yes. Oh, maybe we should feed that back to Scrapbook.com because Scrapbook.com loves to do these like bundle deals where it's like you get it's just a little bit skew if there. Can I fix it? Probably not. I wonder. I'm going to try and pick up the top of this and just move it over a little bit. But I don't think I can. No, I'm just going to run with it. I may have to trim a little bit off that edge. Okay. Yeah, they do these bundles sometimes, like where it's like a deal of the day, and with one button purchase, you can get like every color of, pops of color or something like that. They should get loads of stock of the Altenew enamel dots and then do a bundle where it's one button to get the whole rainbow, and we'd all be like, yes. Hannah says, are the stamps still going to be available from today? I'm gonna yes and no. I'm just waiting to hear back on one thing before I set them live so that I can give you the most accurate information because I don't know how aware anybody will be. I know there are shipping issues in the States as well as here, but in the UK right now we have issues getting things in trucks because we have issues with people to drive the trucks and we also have a petrol shortage. And I don't want to get political about it because it's stressful. But what I want is the most accurate quote of how long things are going to take from the stamp manufacturer. Because at first I was like, am I going to do them this year? Is it too iffy? But we've agreed a time frame that's good, but I want the exact one. So if I get that phone call today, then I will put them live tonight. If not, I will make that phone call in the morning and get them live tomorrow. Is that fair? So that we have the most accurate info. Okay, cool. Right, so journaling's going to go on here. Title's going to go there. Let's just get a title on it and be done for here. Oh, and confetti. Okay, hold on. Because I said last time, somebody asked, can I give a little mini lesson in confetti? And then I forgot. I said I would do it, and then I forgot. Okay, so letter stickers, confetti, will be good. Orangina would buy 2 rainbow bundles of Altenew enamel dots. And it says, yes, the petrol situation is very stressful. Yep. Yeah. I mean, we ended up on a bus that had to stop because it didn't have enough petrol, so eek. Yeah. Right. So, what was the name of the brewery? I don't remember without looking. So I'm going to go with the Beauty and the Beast kind of title. Help me with Gaston and LeFou. What should I call this? So I feel like I should use a line from the Gaston song. What do we got? Da, 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 da. Let's see. Yes, I am just reading the lyrics. Why would I not? What line would we use? What do you think? Burly and brawny. No one likes like Gaston. Oh no. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's not his name, Sarah, so that would be extra funny. Lindsay says go with I'm especially good at expectorating. My, what a guy that Gaston. Oh, that's true, yes. In Disney World, they sing, they don't sing, they sell LeFou's Brew, which isn't even actual beer, and I actually like it. But let's see. And which alpha to go with this? Let me try it in this. Start. Hold on. I got a navy. Yeah. Cook Scrap Craft has had LeFou's Brew. It's very sweet. It's like a butterscotch apple kind of thing with marshmallow on top. It's not hugely different than butterbeer. But you know. Okay, so I'll do some title. I'm running out of time. And so I will finish this title with no one something like Gaston here. Oh, his t-shirt actually says I use antlers in all of my decorating. I could have done that. And then the journaling is going to go straight onto the background here. Confetti. No brew. Oh, Sarah, you are so right. No brew for LeFou. That is the answer. All right. Okay, so the tile's going to go there, but it's going to be that. Okay, no brew for LeFou. I will... hold on. I didn't need to take the no off. Okay, so I'll fix that. No brew for the food. Journaling. Right. Confetti. Okay. You're true. It's true. We didn't have a bell, so we had the Nobel Prize. Right, I'm going to go with this green up here. So confetti, mini lesson in confetti. Big dot first, closest to the photos. I like putting them over the edges of things. But look, so they go down in size. Come closer to your corner, further away from the photo, middle size. And you don't want them lined up evenly. You want them to make a triangle in the end, not a straight line. So I'm going to bring that one up a little bit. Tiniest one, furthest away from the photo, closest up to the corner. Then take your mist. Same thing. You're going to get the biggest drops first. So start closest to the photo. Scatter up to the top. Very quickly make your desk happy again because she's a very powerful fairy and she'll get upset with you. Oh, that might just be me. Right. Then when I do the journaling down here, I'm going to do the same thing. So I will have big, medium, small, and a little triangle, and the mist. I'm not going to put mist down here until I've written because I want to be able to write, and I'm not really push those down as well. So if I need to move them a little bit for the writing too, and then in this set, you only get 2 of each of the giant ones. So you could either pick a different color or you can use a medium and 2 smalls. I've got some erasing I need to do there. But I'm still doing the same thing. The biggest, closest to the photos. Bring the smallest ones away and toward the corner. That's my mini lesson in confetti. All right. So, finishing notes. Title's going to go here. Journaling straight onto here. More gold there. Now, I think I may go in and color in this stamp because the more I'm looking at it, I really like it, but I also would like it to have some color. So I'm going to just paint them in and let it dry. I think I'll add brown ink to the whole edge of the whole thing. How could you change it up? You could make this a whole row of photos. So if you had 3 3x4s, you could just make this a longer box because there's nothing to interfere here. You'd still have your open space down here to journal. You'd be all right with 3 photos going all the way across. Or 1 landscape 4x6, 1 portrait 3x4 could also work in that same amount of space. If you want to do it with a portrait shot, it works both directions because, like a portrait 4x6, you'd need to turn all of these things, but you could I would actually put the journaling up toward the top and then run the title at the bottom instead of putting the title up here because the title would be heavy and you'd end up with the delicateness of the handwriting stuck in the middle between heavy elements here and the heavy title. Whereas if you put the title down below, you're okay with the light things sitting on top of it. But this could be a portrait, and then all of these things, you just turn them so that you can read them. That's fine. But this can work at the top as well if you want it to kind of look like it's kind of cascading down. Really great for weather shots. Like if you wanted to, like got a photo in the rain with an umbrella, this kind of has a natural flow to it that feels like things coming down from the sky. Could be snow as well. But you can use it for non-weather too, but I'm just saying there is a nice link there. Okay, so that's everything there. I don't know if this is worth doing a thumbnail one, but we'll see. I need to get all those thumbnails updated. Oh, and the mini blinds are, no, not so mini blinds are showing. There we go. So I'll get that all finished. Thank you so much for joining me. I will put it back so that you can see what's there. Push the right button. There we go. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Those stamps that I added to the kit today were Catherine Pooler again. Everything else was in this month's kit. Oh, except for this paper, which was Simple Stories that we had in the kit for the whole year, way back in January. I'll be live again on Friday. Anything in between, including the stamps and the class, that stuff will be on Shamel.com. And Friday, One, it's my birthday, so come scrapbook with me. And also on Friday, I'm going to be scrapbooking with that haunted house die cut, and I have linked it in the description box from scrapbook.com. Any questions? I think we are good to go. Fabulous. I will see you on Friday. Oh, Debbie's got a suggestion that we rename Mondays to be Magical Monday Live. I like it. Right. Have a good one, everybody.